Hello, beautiful mama. Dr. Sarah here. We have been chatting the last few videos about setting healthy boundaries, why they're important for us in cultivating our mothering resilience, and how to set them so that they're in alignment with our core values. And today, as we prepare to step fully into the holiday season, or maybe if you're watching this video and it's not that time of year, maybe you're preparing for another significant gathering like a wedding or a family reunion. And so I'm encouraging you today to take some time and reflect on, go inward, maybe use that labyrinth that we chatted about in another video to ask yourself what healthy boundaries will help align me with my core values this holiday season. Okay. Perhaps one of your core values is presence and having presence with family and friends through this time of year. And so maybe one of the boundaries that you'll set is with your technology devices, maybe with your phone, so that you can set aside only specific times or maybe amounts of time that you'll use your phone so that you can fully be present with the people around you as you're celebrating this time of year. Perhaps if your values are kindness and love, you'll reflect some of that back to yourself this time of year. Extend that to yourself by setting limits on maybe the number of holiday gatherings you're attending or how long you'll spend at them. And that how long might not be time limit related, but more of feeling related, to really tune in with yourself when you're at those gatherings, to check in and say, how am I feeling? Am I tired? Am I worn out? Am I feeling a bit overwhelmed because it's so busy here? And when you've hit your limits, trust those limits that your body is telling you and set those boundaries around it being time to go. I also wanted to chat a little bit today about the importance that there is for us as parents in setting boundaries on behalf of our children this time of year, particularly infants and young children. Little ones have nervous systems that are very attuned to their surroundings and to the people that are present with them. So this time of year, when we're out of routine, out of the day-to-day rhythm, maybe naps and sleeping times have shifted, maybe meal times and snack times have shifted. There are also often more people around than usual, some that our little people don't know very well. And oftentimes we're taking them into environments that they're not used to. And these experiences, according to their sensitive nervous systems, can trigger some overwhelm. And when they're feeling overwhelmed, what do? They express that overwhelm, maybe for infants through crying and fussiness, maybe for toddlers and preschoolers and young children, some big emotional expressions that we might call tantrums of some sort. And so I want to encourage you to explore what some of those boundaries might be that you can set on behalf of your kids that help everyone have a more positive experience as we move through the holidays. So for example, if there is a day-long family gathering of some sort, perhaps set some boundaries around having some quiet time sprinkled throughout the day. And so that might mean having naps set and really setting boundaries around naps so that we don't have maybe friends or extended family members coming in and interrupting those naps. I've heard some of those stories from parents before. Maybe it's taking a walk in the fresh air and just getting a little bit of space between the busyness of the gathering and some quiet time. And maybe for breastfeeding mums and babies or mums and toddlers, it's time to go into another room behind a closed door and just snuggle and nurse and have that time together so that everybody can find some calm again. Infants and young children have also not yet developed the brain structures required for emotional regulation. And so that means when those nervous systems are overwhelmed, that it can feel really distressing. And again, that's another reason why the crying comes up and the emotional releases come up. And so they really count on us during those life stages to create that space of calm and grounding. They need us as parents to help them co-regulate their emotions. And that requires us to have the inner resources to remain calm amidst their emotional storms. And in the cases that we're talking about today, when it comes to the holiday season and big family gatherings and that sort of thing, often we're being called to remain calm amidst our little one's storm when we've got lots of people's eyes and attention on us as well, which can make that process feel a little bit more challenging. So boundary setting here in this situation requires a couple of things. It requires that we have, as parents, prepared a little bit ahead of time and set some boundaries around giving ourselves time and opportunity to cultivate our own resilience. And so maybe that's doing one of the grounding practices that we've talked about previously. Maybe that's using the labyrinth and doing a labyrinth meditation. It may mean asking for some help around creating some time and space for ourselves for that. And so talking with our partner around, can you do bedtime tonight so that I can have some time to really nourish my own resilience. Maybe it is creating some space and time after your little ones have been put down for a nap or for bed, to really set aside that time for yourself, to feel more nourished and calm and relaxed with some of the practices that we've been talking about. The other thing that I have found historically very helpful in these types of acute situations, when a little one has become overwhelmed and is depending on me to find that calm, and I've got the eyes and attention of other people on me in this process. It might be a toddler having a tantrum in the grocery store, or it might be a little one expressing lots of big emotions during a big family gathering. It can feel really, really challenging as parents for us to remain in our calm place to help our little ones find that calm place when we've got the attention from others on us. And so what I really encourage you to do is to create an imaginary or energetic boundary around the situation. And so I can remember reading a blog once that suggested to imagine that you've got a cape that you can kind of shift around the situation so that you can focus solely on your child and on remaining calm. It might be imagining a sphere of light around you and your child so that you can maintain your own calm and support them in finding theirs as well. So whatever that has to be to create a little bit of space for you to focus on the situation at hand and keeping that space of grounding and calm so that your little one can find it again as well. So I hope that this was helpful for you today. A little bit longer of a chat than we have been having, but all important things when we're considering stepping into the holiday season or into another significant family gathering, and keeping our own boundaries and boundaries that we set for our little ones in mind. Take good care, and I wish you all the best.